Hey all, Natalie here, and today I'm combining two of my favorite design teams. I'm going to use product from A Cherry on Top and from the Shimmerz store. So this month sometime, Shimmerz is going to come out with this new thing called Dazzler Foils. They're just waiting because of COVID. Their packaging was taking longer than expected to arrive. So hopefully it will be out later this month, but that's what I'm using here through this awesome Vicky Bouton stencil that I got from A Cherry on Top. And so just to describe it for you, Dazzler's foils it's very thin. It would probably water down very easily. And it goes on really smoothly and it dries and it has this really beautiful sheen to it, a little bit of shimmer, and it's kind of like metallic. So I'm applying it in two different spots, and I'm gonna, as you could see before, I used that awesome leopard paper from the IM collection from Simple Stories, and I'm gonna apply it coming out of either side of that strip of paper that I had on there earlier. So yeah, it goes on really easily. It didn't make a big mess. I'm a big fan, so keep a lookout on the Shimmerz store for when that's gonna come out. And then I let it dry. It did take a minute to dry. And there you can see a close-up of what it looks like. Super cool, huh? So there, I'm putting the strip back over, and I will have to trim that down to see a little bit more of my stenciling. But first I have to add more splatters. So I want really small splatters. So I make my paint very liquidy. And so I start with Weakest Pink. And then I'm also gonna add Sheer Bliss and Mochaccino. And these are all from prior color kits from the Shimmerz store. And yeah, I'm just kind of applying it from the top of the peak of the top bit all the way to the top, and then the peak of the bottom stenciling all the way to the bottom. And yeah, I really like how it turns out. And a lot of the Shimmerz colors can kind of have a texture to them. So if a little bit beads up when you're splattering, it gives it a texture, like it's raised off the page a little bit. So I find this stash piece of paper from, it's from the Cherry on Top store, but it's from a Kaiser Craft collection that I previously used. So I'm gonna get two small strips of that and use them on either side of the leopard paper, just because it's a girly page of me and my pup, and I just wanted to add a little pop of pink, and I had some pink there in the Shimmerz colors. So now I want to rough up the edges of all the papers. I really want a lot of texture, so I rough up the edges, and then once I adhere it all down, you'll see me go through and still ruffle it up even more, bring it up off the page. My AGT gun is really good at holding paper on top of mixed media, so I didn't have to add gesso. I used this black cardstock from the store, and it's pretty thin. As long as you're not adding a ton of water, though, you should be good. You shouldn't need gesso, but if you did need gesso, they have black gesso, or I would just use clear. So I've added my paper strips down, and now I'm just roughing them up, bringing them up a little bit, like I said. And this page came together fairly quickly. Not a lot. I did add a little journaling off camera, but kind of down below. Can't really see it too well because I use a glitter pen, but that's okay. And I get out that velvet bow there because I do think I want to add a bow, and then I don't want to add blue, so I try to make my own, and I actually fiddled with it for a really long time, and then I end up not even adding it. But I'm kind of obsessed with velvet ribbon right now. I'm not really sure why, but I need to go find me some more. I have a few pieces in my stash, but when I get like into something, I want like all the colors. I like options, right? This is why I have a huge scrap stash, and definitely am not a purger. But I am just backing the photo with a couple of pieces from a previous Pebbles collection. And one piece is like a pink rosy color, and then the next piece has some gold on it, because I'm going to use those gold thickers that are in the store right now. Adventurer is the name of them, I think. They're like a gold glitter, but it's a different gold, because I did struggle finding some ribbon before I decided not to use ribbon, because I have a lot of really brass gold, and that's not the right color. It's almost like a champagne color. So I add these two. Look how well they nestle together. I was super excited about that. It just says awesome together. We're both wearing our leopard, so that's awesome. And to make it pop off of the page, I just outlined the lettering with black pen, and that helped it pop off the page. You can see really well in the photos at the end. But now I'm just going to embellish with a few light pink cardstock heart stickers and just some more glitter bits from that Thickers Adventure set that you can find in the Cherry on Top store. And then that'll be about the end. So thanks for watching today. Please let me know if you have any questions down below. I'd love it if you would like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.